So I'm in my room and I have 10 urgent messages from Jay-Z, right? I'm like, Jay don't hit you, or he's like, call me now with exclamation points. And I was like, yo, like Jay don't do that.
Right. People's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. Whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil.
Ever since Diddy's controversial saga took center stage, it feels like a new character gets pulled into the drama every week. And now, with allegations tying Jay-Z and Will Smith to Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, the internet has erupted in what some are dubbing a Hollywood reckoning. People are asking questions they've never dared to ask before, wondering just how deep these connections go. For those unfamiliar with the term, these freak-off parties were allegedly wild, secretive gatherings where anything and everything went down. And now speculation suggests that if Jay-Z and Will Smith did attend, they may have engaged in activities that go beyond what most would consider platonic. The rumors have added fuel to the fire of a scandal that's already threatening to upend some of Hollywood's most untouchable figures. But let's not forget the root of all this chaos: the lawsuit Jay-Z is currently facing over allegations tied to a 13-year-old girl at an MTV Video Music Awards afterparty. These accusations have already dragged Diddy and Jay-Z into the spotlight, but now, with Will Smith potentially entangled in this web of controversy, it feels like the layers of this Hollywood drama are only getting thicker. The drama surrounding Will Smith just keeps getting wilder, and people are starting to raise their eyebrows. Days after Jay-Z's lawsuit made headlines, Will Smith suddenly began denying any connection to Diddy, and the timing couldn't be more suspicious. He even went as far as saying he's not a fan of baby oil, a jab that has left many scratching their heads. Seriously, what's going on here? Is Will trying to cover his tracks? Or could it be Jay-Z's lawyer's call that has him feeling the heat? The internet isn't letting this slide, and fans are now speculating that Will might have a few skeletons in his closet. Let's be real, why else would he feel the need to publicly address these rumors out of nowhere? The situation took a bizarre turn when Will, in the middle of his performance in San Diego, paused to talk about the gossip swirling around him and Diddy. But here's the kicker: no one really seemed to be talking about him before this. So what rumors exactly is Will addressing? He said, I don't have nothing to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop these memes. But let's keep it 100. This denial isn't sitting right with fans. Why? Because there's plenty of photographic evidence from the early 2000s showing Will and Diddy living it up at parties. If Will's trying to rewrite history, the internet has receipts, and it's not afraid to use them. It's not just the public questioning Will's sudden need to speak out. Industry insiders are speculating that his attempt to distance himself from Diddy might be an effort to avoid being dragged into Jay-Z's mess. After all, if Diddy and Jay-Z are facing allegations involving wild parties and underage victims, Will's connection to Diddy could land him in hot water too. The bigger question remains: why now? Will's been relatively low-key in recent years, but suddenly he's front and center, denying ties to Diddy in a way that's only drawing more attention. Fans are side-eyeing his statement, pointing out that his history with Diddy's infamous parties isn't exactly a secret. Could it be that he's trying to get ahead of something more damaging? Will Smith tried to put the rumors to rest, ending his statement with, I ain't been nowhere near that man, ain't done none of that stupid stuff, I don't even like baby oil. Whether he meant it as a joke or not, it seemed more like he was trying way too hard to convince everyone. Let's be real though, if he's not lying, then he's got a twin in the industry, because the man in those old pictures is undeniably Will Smith, and the guy standing right next to him in white, that's definitely Diddy. The vibe, suspicious to say the least, and the internet isn't buying his denials. But hold on, it gets even messier. Remember Dwayne Martin from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Word on the street is that he and Will were allegedly more than just friends. Rumors suggest that they've been spotted getting a little too cozy, with claims of them being caught making out and even doing the deed together. Of course, in true Hollywood fashion, Will has denied everything, brushing off the accusations. But here's the thing, Dwayne Martin has stayed completely silent. And as they say, silence speaks volumes, right? At first, it seemed like just another piece of gossip. After all, this is the same Will Smith who slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Hardly the image of someone hiding secrets, right? But then, things took a turn when videos started popping up online showing Will kissing his grown son on the lips. Yes, you heard that right. On the lips, not the cheeks or the forehead. That clip had everyone doing a double take, with some questioning if Will's behavior hinted at something more. Let's not sugarcoat it. That level of intimacy with an adult child struck many as unsettling. This has led some fans to reconsider the long-standing rumors about Will's sexuality. Is he just misunderstood, or is there more to the story? And while the chatter about Will continues to grow, let's not forget, he's not the only one dodging allegations right now. Jay-Z's name has been popping up in the middle of his own legal firestorm, and the timing couldn't be more curious. The rumors swirling around Hollywood's elite are getting harder to ignore, and as more details emerge, the lines between speculation and truth are becoming increasingly blurred. With Will trying to downplay the drama and Jay-Z facing serious legal issues, it seems like the chaos surrounding Diddy's scandal is dragging more big names into the fray. This whole Diddy scandal just keeps getting crazier, and now Jay-Z's name is in the mix. A lawsuit has been filed against him, alleging that he and Diddy assaulted a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. This explosive accusation makes Jay-Z the second high-profile figure to be directly implicated in the Diddy drama, and it's sending shockwaves through Hollywood. Here's the thing. Jay-Z and Beyonce are known for keeping silent when it comes to rumors, letting the gossip fade into the background. But this time, Jay-Z couldn't afford to stay quiet. He stepped up to clear his name, and honestly, the situation is raising more questions than answers. There's something about this lawsuit that doesn't quite add up, and people on social media are starting to take notice. For one, the accuser claims she was assaulted at a party held at Diddy's home, but there's a big problem with that timeline. Photos from that day show the party didn't even happen at Diddy's house, it was held at a nightclub. This glaring inconsistency has fans wondering if the lawsuit might not be as straightforward as it seems. How could someone mistake a house party for a nightclub event? It's got folks scratching their heads, and the confusion only adds another layer of intrigue to an already messy situation. But even with these inconsistencies, the seriousness of the allegations can't be ignored. This isn't just gossip. These are grave accusations that could have life-altering consequences for everyone involved. Whether the lawsuit is credible or not, it's clear that the Diddy saga is pulling some of Hollywood's biggest names into the spotlight, and the public isn't letting them off the hook easily. Hold up, this just gets messier by the minute. The accuser herself has come forward, admitting that she's made some mistakes in her story, but still stands by the core of her accusations. Now, doesn't that just scream suspicious? The public is buzzing, and many are side-eyeing this whole situation, wondering if there's something more behind the sudden inconsistencies. Could it be that Jay-Z decided to resolve things behind closed doors? Some are even speculating that money might have changed hands to make this problem quietly disappear. But Jay-Z isn't letting it slide without a fight. He's fired back hard, publicly challenging the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, to take this to a criminal court instead of a civil one. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, Jay-Z declared. He didn't stop there, adding, "Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" It's safe to say Jay-Z is not playing around. His frustration is boiling over, and it seems like he's determined to hit back with everything he's got. And his direct challenge to Busby? It's got the internet talking. Was this a calculated move to prove his innocence, or a bold strategy to shift the narrative? Jay-Z didn't just stop with the legal challenge, he made it personal. "You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same," he said, clearly seething. "I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects in Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain." That's a mic drop if ever there was one. Jay-Z is clearly drawing a line in the sand, painting himself as a man of integrity who would never stoop to such heinous acts. And let's be real, his statement is as much a warning as it is a defense. It's a bold message to anyone who might think they can drag his name through the mud without consequences. While some are rallying behind Jay-Z, convinced he's innocent, others remain skeptical. The inconsistencies in the accuser's story might work in his favor, but they also raise questions about why these allegations were made in the first place. Is this all just a ploy for attention and money, or is there a darker truth waiting to come to light? From Jay-Z's statement, it's clear he's trying to position himself as someone separate from the typical Hollywood crowd. But let's be real, how different can he really be when he's been rubbing shoulders with Diddy for decades and attending those infamous parties? The connections between these high-profile figures run deep, and the more you think about it, the murkier it all seems. Now, y'all might be wondering how Will Smith ties into all of this chaos. Well, buckle up, because here's the tea. Will and Jay-Z didn't just cross paths casually. They were both at these parties, and you can bet they saw more than a little of what went down. Could that be why Jay-Z's lawyer is now reaching out to Will? The speculation is endless, but one thing is clear. There's something big brewing behind the scenes. Think about it. Jay-Z's lawyer contacting Will Smith out of the blue? That's no coincidence. Whether it's related to that lawsuit or something even deeper, the connection is undeniable. Maybe Will was at the same party, or maybe he knows more than he's letting on. Who knows? With these Hollywood heavyweights, anything is possible. The layers of secrecy and scandal only seem to pile up the closer you look. Of course, the internet is losing its collective mind over this. One user wrote, "The fact that he even had to bring it up speaks volumes. Did someone say guilty conscience?" Another chimed in, "Who is he trying to convince?" The whispers are turning into full-blown speculation, with many wondering if Jay-Z's outreach to Will is less about clearing the air and more about damage control. Could this be an attempt to keep Will quiet before he starts spilling details that could further implicate Jay? Jay-Z's moves seem calculated, almost like a chess game. He's not just clearing his own name. He's trying to ensure that no one else starts singing like a canary, especially if it means dragging his name into deeper trouble. And let's be honest, in a world where secrets are currency, keeping allies like Will Smith in check is probably high on Jay-Z's priority list. But what do you all think? Is this just an innocent attempt to clarify things? Or is there more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's unpack this mess together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all the latest updates on this ever-unfolding drama. See you next time.